right?
1, 2, 3.
Tokenmetrics is a cryptocurrency investment platform that helps users leverage machine learning to become better crypto investors. Our in-depth analysis helps eliminate the emotions of investing, find profitable investment opportunities, and filters out scams.
This is my BitTube channel. Please come and subscribe to me on BitTube, censorship-resistant platform. You can also find me on Odyssey, Library, and BitTube. Follow me on Twitter, CryptoRichYT, and join my official Telegram announcements channel. All the links in the description below. Hi everybody, this is Crypto Rich, working with you to get rich with crypto, filling our pockets with crypto profit. And I am speaking to the lead dev of one of the most exciting projects that's going. And I'm not the only one who thinks that. Charles Hoskinson of Cardano speaks highly of this dev and speaks highly of this project. And we're going to be getting an update on what's been happening with this project. Hey Kushti, thank you so much for making yourself available.
Hello everyone, my pleasure to be here. And our previous interview was a pleasure to me, so I'm pretty sure this one will be also.
I think this must be our third or fourth time on meeting over camera, over the internet, because we've certainly discussed stuff with regards to the BPSAA, because Ergo Platform is a member of the Blockchain Privacy, Security and Adoption Alliance, because Ergo Platform itself has a commitment to privacy. And you, Alex, are the lead dev of Ergo Platform. Do you just want to say a little bit about what Ergo Platform is?
All right. So in the first place, it's classic proof-of-work cryptocurrency, right? But also with support for financial applications in a very different way than Ethereum. And also this way is friendly to scalability. And Ergo is also supporting, well, not one, but even a few protocols for scalability and light clients, and also Ergo has some new kind of cryptography. Well, actually, it's nothing super new, right? So pretty much established, but never used in cryptocurrencies before. So it's called generalized Schnorr proofs. In simplest case, it's about just Schnorr signature, but also it allows for more complex stuff like we are getting ring and threshold signatures for free on application level and so on. So in short, what it gives to you, right? So it gives proof of work blockchain, which is survivable in the long term because of the scalability solutions, which is supporting DeFi applications. Right, without Ethereum problems. And also it's supporting a lot of cryptographic protocols on the application level, which is good for privacy. Yeah, and not only, but yeah, especially for privacy.
Very good. And your background, you are one of the co-founders of smartcontract.com, which became Chainlink. You've also worked on the NXT project and Cardano. And Ergo is closely connected to Cardano through your association with Cardano, and also with Emergo, which is also connected with Cardano. Yes. So that's your your pedigree.
Yeah, so we worked in IOHK from 2016, right? So we made a lot of research here. So I think philosophically, conceptually, what we have in common in Cardano, that is, yeah, scientific approach, right? So like everything we are doing should be formalized and understandable, right? So it must have very clear security assumptions and so on. So yeah, look at Cardano. So they did first formally secure proof of stake protocol, and yeah, made it also practical, which is very tricky actually. So yeah, now we also have algorithms, right? But yeah, that's it. So I don't know actually why people don't value that much, because if you buy some proof of stake tokens, right, you need well at least you need to be sure about security without understanding maybe details given in papers and so on, right? But yeah, if security is unclear, or if it's just about some random guy talking about something, then yeah, I mean, how can you trust that? I don't know. Yeah, and about Cardano and Ergo, so both are acting in a so-called extended UTXO model. Right, and for example, the stablecoin contract was translated from Ergo, so Ergo script to Cardano, so Bluetooth in pretty straightforward way. So yeah, in regards with contracts, a lot of similarities in transactional model. Right, very different approaches, though, but yeah, conceptually. So we have different languages, right? Both built from scratch, but yes, somehow, I don't know, accidentally or not so. So there are also a lot of conceptual similarities. And yeah, so I guess, well, we can work together in future on some side chaining maybe, because, well, in Ergo, we will work on side chains after finishing things we are working on now.
Okay.
And yeah, so we need for more developers and so on. But yeah, the things are going well. So yeah, after finishing what we do have now, we will do side chains, and then side chains with Cardano could be yeah a bit challenging, but yeah, also good, very good, I believe.
Okay. Well, Alex, you've been you mentioned stuff that you're working on now. Now, in the last few months, I think the last time we spoke, you've talked. There's a new stablecoin that you've launched. There's the NFTs. You're working on the DEX. Do you want to give us an update on what's been happening with the Ergo project? Let's start with the stablecoins.
All right, so stablecoin was launched. Yeah, we had some mess with it, right? So we had contracts relaunched. So yeah, there are now two versions, right? But yeah, both were launched very successfully. So currently, like 1 week after, so yeah, about 4% of total supply already locked in the stablecoin bank contract.
Okay, now this is the Age
So yeah.
USD. Age USD, it's called, right?
So HUSD is protocol name, right? So yeah, then it has some instantiations. So one for Cardano, one for Ergo, right? And Ergo counterparts is called SigmaUSD, SigUSD ticker. And yeah, HUSD is the name of the protocol.
Okay, so what is different about this stablecoin? Because Tether, they just print Tether and say it's backed by dollars. We suspect, right? USDC is actually backed by audited dollars. So what's SigmaUSD backed by?
All right, so it's not backed by some trusted entity, right? So it's algorithmic stablecoin. You can think about DAI or Neutrino on top of waves, right? But yeah, unlike DAI, for example, no liquidations here we have. So yeah. The stablecoin is backed by the bank reserves, so you can whether put your money by printing stablecoin, or you can put your ERCs into the stablecoin bank reserves, getting profits from the bank operations. Right. So yeah, it has over collateralization. So minimum requirement is about 400%, right? When you want to mint stablecoin. But yeah, again, no liquidations. And also, it's a very simple contract, right? So yeah, hopefully it is simple and secure, right? And so security assumptions, yeah, probably also very clear. So yeah, because if you put money into something, right? So well, assumptions must be clear. So we are working still on describing the protocol. I mean, community members, but yeah, things are going quite well.
Okay.
And yeah, and
that available
now,
like it's fully functional now. People can move there.
yeah. So it's fully functional. So you can visit SigmaUSD.io website. And yeah, you can mint stablecoin or mint reserve coin there, right? So you may redeem what was previously minted. And yeah, another way to work with stablecoin is through the mixer, right? So from yesterday, the Ergo Mixer is supporting stablecoin mixing. Right, and also it's supporting minting from the mixer directly.
Okay,
so you can mix your ERCs and then yeah, go into stablecoin.
Okay. Now tell me about the mixer. What is the mixer? You got to understand, Alex. You are a genius when it comes to tech, right? Tech and dev and coding. I don't know anything. My background is in children's social work, right? So
All right.
So I'm going to ask
Yeah,
you so I can get a better idea. So what's the mixer, and why the mixer, and why would anybody use it?
So mixer is a kind of tool to restore privacy of your coins, right? So to make graph of transactions obscure, right?
Okay.
So what's new in Ergo Mixer? So maybe you know there are some privacy coins like Pirate Chain or Monero, right? And also there are some non-private coins like Bitcoin, right? Just pseudonymous kind of privacy, pseudo privacy. Yeah, if you want to restore privacy for your bitcoins, then you are using some programs called mixers, right? So sometimes they are incorporated into wallets and so on. But what's bad in Bitcoin? So you need for some off-chain interaction, right? Which means you usually need for some trusted coordinator, right? You also you need to find guys you are mixing with, right? Because after all, the idea of mixer and also privacy coin is to mix in some ring, right? So there are for example 5 persons, right? So you can distinguish them in inputs of a mixing transaction, but you cannot distinguish them in outputs, right? That's the very basic idea behind all the privacy tools, right? Then yeah, mixers are different about ring size and about security assumptions and so on. So usually Bitcoin mixers do require for off-chain interaction, right? And then they are not good at all, right? So ring size is not big, and yeah, who knows who are mixing with you, right? Maybe some inappropriate guys, right? So maybe some attackers who are actively gathering information from the off-chain interaction, right? And then privacy is broken again. And then yeah.
So with
then
with
we
Ergo
have
Mixer, with
sorry?
Ergo Mixer, there's no counterparty risk like there is with Bitcoin mixers.
Yeah. So yeah, now we have Monero and Zcash, right? So Pirate Chain and so on, right? So in case of Pirate Chain, so the link is about all the users, right? So it's kind of maximum privacy, but also some new assumptions about setup ceremony, right? Trusted setup, and about some very complex cryptography and so on, right? So what's new in Ergo Mixer? So you are not interacting with anyone off chain, so you are just working with blockchain, like when you are working with Monero and Zcash, right? But here Mixer is not in the core, right? So Ergo is non-privacy coin, right, per se. So the Mixer is on the application level. And then what's also good is that Yeah, so ring size is pretty big, right? So basically, yeah, it's maybe not all the Mixer users for all the time, but yes, some pretty big segments of this data set. Even after a pretty careful analysis. But yeah, we need to investigate more here, right? Also, it is using very simple cryptography, actually, right? So you don't rely on any trusted setup. You don't rely on some moon math crypto. Only like 5 professors around the globe do fully understand. And yeah, what's also good is that now there is very simple UI, right? And yeah, you can actually use Mixer as kind of wallet. And yeah, now it's also supporting stablecoin mixing. It's supporting minting stablecoins directly from the Mixer. So you have DeFi composability for free in Ergo, right?
Right, and it's functional now. It's live now.
Yeah. So yeah, Mixer is around for many months, since August maybe. I mean the current simple UI. So it's constantly been improving, and now yeah, it's also supporting stablecoin, SigmaUSD.
Very good. Okay, all right. So we've got the stablecoin. We've got the Ergo Mixer. There's also been NFTs happening on Ergo. How's that going?
Yeah, it's going pretty well. So we have a lot of auctions. So we already had some, well, more or less big sales, right? Considering that Ergo is still about some small community. So the maximum price for one NFT was about 10K ERG, which is now about 25K USD. Right, so pretty good amounts, and yeah, so this space is well exploding, right? And it's actually pretty funny because initially this application was just kind of trial task for one anonymous developer. Right. So yeah, it's actually pretty funny how successful auctions are then. And yeah, so auctions will support stablecoin also. So it will be possible to sell something for algorithmic USD then.
Great. Okay. And that's going to continue to grow and develop. And then you're working on an ErgoDex.
Yeah, so about DEXs, so it's actually a very long ongoing story, right? So we got some contracts even before the mainnet launch, right? So the very basic single chain swap contract, right? Then on top of that, we did some DEX with command line interface like 1 year ago, even, right? Then yeah, slowly we got matcher for the order book based DEX. And now we also have contracts for the AMM kind of DEX like Uniswap. And actually now guys are working on UI for the DEX.
Okay.
So what's good about AMM DEX, so automated market making DEX, right, is that UI is very simple, right? So it's about like couple of buttons, because for order book based DEX, so doing proper UI is kind of heavy task, and it will be done later. And also yeah, these days DEX is more popular even for on-chain trading.
Yes, no, I can see, Alex, the difference between Fork Delta, which is an order Ethereum DEX, and Uniswap. Uniswap is just so simple, right. And Fork Delta is frightening sometimes.
Yeah. So yeah, especially for Ethereum because of the storage costs, gas price. So order book based DEXs are very expensive actually also.
Right. So what's going to be so special about the ErgoDex? Because there's so many DEXs.
Oh, Yeah, so what's special about ErgoDex? And yeah, by the way, it will be also in Cardano, right? So there are some DEXs already pre-announced for Cardano with the same advantage, is that you can combine freely. So, you know, with the extended UTXO model of Ergo, so DeFi composability is coming for free in many cases, maybe most of the cases we found to the moment. So, for example, from the mixer, I can easily fund Oracle pool, right? I did that in one video. So you can mint stablecoin from the mixer, right? And at the same time, so stablecoin contract doesn't know anything about mixer, right? And mixer also doesn't know anything. So we just can combine them, right? In some easy way. And about DEX, so this free DeFi composability is providing possibility to share liquidity in all the kinds of DEXs. So you can have orders in order book based DEX, right? You have liquidity pools in DEX, and then you can easily combine orders with liquidity pool in one transaction, right? So then, yeah, you can have different maybe DEXs, different interfaces, right, for orders and for liquidity pools. But under the hood, so you have you have shared liquidity, right? So all the blockchain, all the Ergo blockchain is yours, right? All the liquidity on the blockchain.
Okay.
And that's without without anything to be done, right? Additionally, so it's coming for free.
Very good. Okay, and it's going to be. You said Cardano is going to be on that DEX as well. Is it just Cardano and Ergo assets, or will it be multi-chain as well? Can you do that?
You mean DEX between different chains?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah, the next step. So what we are thinking about, so we have partnership with Gravity, right? Gravity is cross-chain oracles and communication solution, which is building bridges from and to Waves, Binance Smart Chain, Ethereum, and so on, right? So then we will have gateways, right? So to get tokens from those blockchains, right, and to them. But yeah, that's kind of one solution, right? So another is to use some kind of atomic swaps, right, for cross-chain interaction, like atomic DEX and Komodo. Right, so yeah, hopefully we will be there also at some point. And yeah, actually, as Schnorr signatures are now going into different blockchains, such as Bitcoin Cash already on Schnorr signature, Litecoin maybe. So Bitcoin will be eventually. Right, then you can do
Alex,
something.
sorry, hold on a second. What's a Schnorr signature?
Well, in simple words, it's a very simple signature scheme, right? Which allows for a lot of off-chain protocols also.
Okay, that'll do
Yes.
for me.
Yeah, so it's more or less like well, it's in very simple words, right? So there is some signature scheme in Bitcoin, right? You are using so-called TCDSA. And yeah, it's more complex, yeah, less efficient, and also allowing for less protocols. Actually, it's prohibiting them.
But Schnorr signatures are flexible, adaptable. You can do more things using Schnorr.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
that'll do for me, Alex. That's
yeah.
good enough.
It's also more secure actually. So
Right.
it's more efficient, secure, and so on. So why it wasn't in Bitcoin since day one? So it was under patent before 2015 maybe. Right, so it wasn't possible to use it then, right, because of the IP issues. Right. Then yeah, so I said about off-chain protocols, right? And with Node signature, what can you do? You can do so-called private swaps, right? So it's kind of next step in atomic swaps. So private swap is when you are doing swap, right, with other party. But on the blockchain, it's looking like ordinary transaction, right? So it's kind of privacy preserving thing. So the only issue with private swaps and atomic swaps, so they're still not popular, right? So there is not much liquidity in known exchanges and so on. So yeah, let's see. So unfortunately, well, it's still not popular. Right. So cross-chain dexes, yes, it's still not popular also.
Yes, well, one of the ways of getting them popular would be, and we talked about this before we started recording, would be through the marketing. Now, I don't know if you want to move on to that now, because you did say that there are changes happening with Ergo Platform.
Oh, with our marketing team. Right. So you see, Ergo was started by some techies like me, right? So initially, yeah, we totally failed in marketing and so on. Yeah. So after mainnet launch, yeah, we started to do something, but slowly, and it was chaotic. But somehow we got community-based marketing machine, right? And with some form of organization, right? Also sponsored by Ergo Foundation. And there is Ergo Foundation, right? Which is trying to coordinate and bootstrap ecosystem developments behind the protocol and its applications. Right, and yeah, so currently the marketing is not still recognized, but I'm going to do some announce, right? Maybe today or tomorrow. So now we have marketing secretary in Ergo Foundation. So she worked for Cointelegraph previously. She leads a team of 5 people there, right? And we already got pretty good results in regards with coordination in last days. So now we have a few writers, right, for the blog and not only. Yeah, so basically we have kind of working machine now, and yeah, I'm going to be tech secretary of the Ergo Foundation, so coordinating technical side of things.
Right. So that means people are going to discover, more and more people are going to discover this project, which is good. And then I said to you offline that and I'll say to people, I'll have all the links in the description below for Ergo Platform, but they have a very, very good blog, very informative, updated, clear, well-written blog, which lets you know what's happening with this project and the nature of Ergo. Thank you, Alex. And now I'm not asking this for myself, but I imagine people in the community will want to know, which is when Binance.
All right, so yeah, probably it will be another big exchange before Binance, right? So we are doing some talks right now, and yeah,
with a big exchange.
Yeah, and let's see how it goes. So yeah, we are adding new exchanges all the time. So in February there were 2 new exchanges, right? So now we are working on getting on some not big but still decentralized exchange, right? So and also to get on some liquidity pools, right? Well, on top of Waves, for example. But yeah, we need for bigger exchange, definitely, right? And yeah, we are working on it right now. So yeah, stay tuned.
Okay, very good. Anything else you want to let us know about the project? Anything else that's happening or coming up?
Yeah, so you know, yes, so much things happening right now. So yeah, I'm honestly now a little bit exhausted with this exploding growth. So yeah, now with marketing machine rework, probably I will be concentrated on tech, and there are also new developers coming, so I need to spend my time on getting them on board also. Right, so things are going very well. Right, and so by the way, we're also preparing some partnerships, so some announcements are coming, and so what can I say to our folks? So please stay in the community. Please use the applications, right, like auctions, Mixer. So new things are coming. So we are going to have a first hackathon in May or June. Let's see. So developers, please come. We need for new developers very much. So some first token sales are coming, like Ergo Mixer will do some tokenization of its income flow, right? So we'll sell some tokens. So a lot of things going on. So please stay in the community and play with the things, and a lot of excitement.
Great, Alex. Listen,
I see around in the community.
Yes, thank you. And I have all the links in the description below. So if anybody wants to go and find out about Ergo, go check it out. The Discord group, the Telegram group, ask all your questions. Alex, thank you so much for your time, because I know you're really, really busy. And everybody who's watching, thank you so much. Please comment. If you want me to do more videos on Erg, put Erg as a ticker symbol in the comments. And if you want me to do videos on another project, I don't make any promises, put the ticker symbol for that project in the comments. And between now and when I see you next, please keep filling your pockets with crypto profits. This is Crypto Rich and Crypto Alex signing out. All the best. Bye-bye.
Bye.
CyberSec, a handy solution by NordVPN that saves you not only from ads, but from cyber threats as well. CyberSec also protects you from phishing scams and prevents you from entering malicious websites. NordVPN, online security starts with a click.